Hi guys, welcome to My Digital Finance, the place where you can keep updated on all cryptocurrency news. Today I'm going to be taking you through Bitcoin trading, for beginners. We're going to be going through literally what we'll cover. I'll go through it here. It's going to be some short-term strategies, also what long-term investment you can go through and what your next steps are. So within short-term strategies, I'm going to be taking you through some leverage trading, arbitrage, peer-to-peer sales. On a long-term investment, also where to buy on the exchanges, how to build a portfolio, and next steps is basically what you can do as your next steps, and moving on from this video, where do you go from there? So I'm going to be giving you both strategies on short-term and long-term, so it's best for you to then decide, I guess, what would fit you in terms of your current circumstance. I would also take this opportunity to talk to you a little bit about the ebook that we've put out, a free ebook, The Beginner's Guide to Bitcoin. Me and the team got together to write this book. I think it's a great book for anyone that's just starting out in the Bitcoin game and wants a little bit more knowledge on the market. You know, YouTube videos are great, but it's also good to have a book to read. So that's very free. I think you would have got the link literally at the beginning of this video, and there'll probably be a link a bit later as well. So stay tuned in. Now let's get into some stuff. This, as you can see, is coinergy.com. You know, type that into your search bar. We're going to start off with short-term strategies. So this one, even though I'm biased, I'm more of a long-term investor in Bitcoin. I don't really see it as a short-term game. Obviously, I've done this before in the past. I have traded. I've learned Forex, you know, before in the past. So this is going to suit my Forex traders, people that are looking to get in and out. This is literally trading. So it means leverage trading means that you're trading with leverage, meaning that you're trading with more than you actually have. So even though you've got £10 in your bank, 100 to 1 leverage, let's use that as an example. Even though you've got £10 in your actual account, you can trade as if you've got 1,000, which means that you're open to huge gains like this, but it also means you're obviously open to losing money. So you can actually end up with minus £1,000 even though you traded with £10, and you can end up with plus £1,000 even though you traded with £10. So for me, just Bitcoin's very volatile. You know, lots of highs and lows. Very difficult market to predict. Over time, yes, it's going to go up, which is why I like short-term investment. But I do know a lot of people, long-term investment. I do know a lot of people which have, you know, benefited from short-term as well. So I'm not going to go through, you know, how to trade, how to leverage trade. You know, I'm not a financial advisor. We do also teach this on the online course. So if you are interested, do sign up to the online course. But technical analysis, just to give you a little bit, the green bars, the candlesticks, are bullish. So we are here in a bullish trend because it's an up market. If you can see over here, this would be what we call a downtrend. These are where it's a bearish market, more red candlesticks, which means that Bitcoin's going down. So bears and bulls are constantly fighting. Of course, we want the bulls to always win, and over time, obviously, in Bitcoin, the bulls seem to always come out on top. As you can see, it is rising over time, you know, and that's the big rise we've seen to around $9,000 that Bitcoin's standing at the moment, and you can just see it consolidating at the moment, which is interesting, starting to come down. Is it going to boom back up and go past 10,000, which I believe it will, or is it going to start to come down further? And that's the sort of things that we teach in the technical analysis courses: head and shoulder patterns, moving averages, and actually noticing trends in the market. Actually, the pin bars themselves, the candlesticks, and noticing shapes in them to actually predict where price is going to go next. That's one strategy you can use. So remember that, coinergy.com. The next one I want to talk to you about, as you guys know, or you will know watching more of my YouTube videos, Bittrex is probably my favorite exchange. I really like, this is an exchange where you can buy Bitcoin on. Bittrex.com, type that in. I'm sure you guys already know. One thing you might not know, this is one, Bitcoin ticker. It's actually more eloquent on your mobile app, but we're going to go on the web version just for this purpose to show you. So as I said, Bittrex is one of my favorite exchanges, but on Bitcoin ticker, you can see the value that other exchanges place on Bitcoin. So Bittrex isn't the only place you can buy Bitcoin. Bittrex, isn't the only place you can buy Bitcoin. There's also Bitstamp, which value Bitcoin at $9,087. You've got Coinbase, which value Bitcoin at $9,360. So you can already see where I'm going with this one. BTCE value Bitcoin at 9,032. That just changed. Gemini value at 9,240. And Bitfinex value at 9,279. The reason I'm showing you that is you can clearly see there's difference in prices of Bitcoin that all these exchanges value at. Bittrex is my favorite, and on the Bitcoin ticker you can have a lot more, exchanges that you can see the difference in price. But this is another short-term strategy. Number one, as I said, was Coinigy, leverage trading. Number two, I want to show you, this is called arbitrage. So imagine if you were to buy Bitcoin on BTCE for $9,000, which is the cheapest on this particular site I'm showing you, and then you were to sell it on Coinbase for $9,337, you would have made a $337 profit. And that's what some people are doing in the market. You can actually, it's quite tedious to do it manually. And on the course, we teach you, you can do it manually, automated as well. So please do plug into those online courses. This is just a glimpse. I'm not going through how to use this stuff, but more so just for your knowledge so that you can choose and actually research for yourself, clicking on these. But that's about a $400, profit. That's really, really good. It's tedious to obviously, all you have to do is have money on BTC to buy, and then also to obviously sell on Coinbase, and you can make a decent profit. I mean, that's probably the simplest way, and safest way to make money in the Bitcoin game. Another exchange I wanted to talk to you about, wow, is Golix. Now, this is a Zimbabwean exchange, and it values Bitcoin at 15,000. The reason for this is that Bitcoin is almost like a crisis coin at the moment. So countries that are in dire straits, so to speak, or going through problems and political disarray, like Zimbabwe is at the moment with the Mugabe incident, their actual currency, I mean, there's $1 trillion note over there, so it's actually more beneficial for them to have their money in Bitcoin, which is an appreciating asset. So most of their money they put into Bitcoin. Now, imagine you're selling for 15,000 and you've bought, for 9,000, even 400. The problem is that with the Zimbabwean exchange, you're probably going to have to likely have a Zimbabwean account, and also then further than that, the actual volume on that's selling on the platform isn't a lot on the exchange. It's only 3 Bitcoins per day. That's really low. That's the total output, on average, 3 Bitcoins. So it's not a lot at all. I mean, if you consider you yourself, you probably want to sell 3 Bitcoins just yourself, not with millions of other users. So there's not many people using this site, so you're probably only going to be able to sell 0.000 worth. As you can see, the bids coming in, look, 0.00 is the amount they're selling. But cross exchange arbitrage is number 2. It's a really, really good way to make money short term wise. One way I do like as well. The third way is peer-to-peer. This is local Bitcoins. Another one is Bittylicious. Keep a record of those. But local Bitcoins I've also used. This is basically, you're literally selling peer-to-peer. So these people's names here, Cryptonatic, Tam24, this is literally you and I behind the screen. And this is the value that they are charging for their Bitcoin. Now, I want to show you something quickly. Local Bitcoins is always going to be more. So that's around the highest we had on here was about $9,330. That was in Coinbase. Local Bitcoins average really about 7K they're selling for here. I guess what we could do, let's open up one of these. 7K, yes, I've got it here already. 7K in dollars, because that was in pounds. 7K pounds in dollars, in sterling in dollars is around 9,335. So that's the most expensive. Local Bitcoins basically sells for the most expensive Bitcoins that you're going to buy in the market, and people do buy them. So this is the place where most people would go to sell. So that means that you can buy maybe on one of these exchanges and then sell on local Bitcoins. Peer-to-peer. That's bank transfer, as you can see, national bank transfer. And you can set your limits on what you're looking to sell and the amount that you're looking to receive into those bank transfers. Obviously, business accounts are a lot better than personal accounts for this. You have to build up, obviously, a lot of trades as well. As you can see, this person's had 100 trades, 30 plus trades. And what that does when you build up those trades is that it allows you actually, just to skip the second bit and go to the third bit here, is actually to then buy Bitcoins under value actually. So this is the price that people are selling Bitcoins. And you can actually buy Bitcoins on this site under market value, which means actually 2 or 3% below market value. and then go back onto the front page and actually sell 2 or 3% above market value. You know, that's the benefit of local Bitcoins. It is quite tedious, you know, just clicking buttons. A lot of people get automated bots to do it for them. Also, there is cash trades here, which is obviously a lot more, 7,685 compared to, you know, 7K. And we can type that in, what that would be, because that's in pounds. And we've been working in dollars. I believe it was 685. No, that's over $10,000. So there's a huge amount of profit to make in local Bitcoins and Bittylicious and selling peer-to-peer. The process does take long. I kind of stay away from local Bitcoins. This is a great way to start out selling Bitcoin. And I would advise it, you know, to look into it a bit deeper, find out a little bit more about the market and how you can go about setting up an account. But that is another good way in short term. Yeah, I want to go on to a little bit more about long-term investment. A bit biased, but that's, for me, long-term is the best. I want to buy and hold. You know, I want my money to work for me. I don't want to be working all the time clicking buttons and, you know, having a job, so to speak. I mean, I'll speak to you a bit later about how we can blend the two, but for me, long-term strategy is preferable. So we always talk about Bitcoin, but let's go into Bitcoin here. Sorry about this. This is CoinMarketCap as well. If you're not familiar with CoinMarketCap, this gives you a list of every single cryptocurrency in the market at the moment. It's constantly updating. So there's 1,320 in the market at the moment. There was 1,329 yesterday. So it's definitely updating. You can see the current price, the volume, the current circulating supply, how it's risen. So we want to click on Bitcoin to see, going a bit further into it and see the charts and see how it's been increasing in value, to see why I want to invest long term. So for me, long term, I'm just gonna, this is how you zoom in. You just highlight a specific area and go into it. So this is probably from around June, sorry, to November of this year. So let's just imagine I put, you know, it was valued at $2,557 in June. I'm just going to get my phone to get my calculator. And it's now valued at, well, we knew that from before, wasn't it? 9,000. Oh, wow, it's even gone up. 9,477. Okay. Calculator. So if I bought one Bitcoin, let's say, at 2,500 and, what was it? 2,557, and it's now 9,000. You know, that's about 7K profit in the space of June, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month, 4 month, 5 month, nearly 6 months. 7K profit for doing absolutely nothing, just placing the money there and leaving it. You know, not trading every single day, not clicking buttons, just literally leaving your money there. It's appreciated in value. You know, there's no pay rises that are going to give you that sort of benefit. And if you get a pay rise, well, invest it in Bitcoin and you can see that double as well. There's no harm in that. And that's the beauty of long-term investment for me. I mean, it's not just Bitcoin. I hear that a lot, that people think that they've missed out on the market because, you know, Bitcoin's so high in value. They haven't got 8,000 to invest. So let's look at another one. Let's go to the second highest in terms of market cap, Ethereum, and have a look at their chart. Long-term purchasing again. Just waiting for the chart to load. As you can see, huge rises in Ethereum recently as well. Huge rises. So again, I mean, if you're buying in September at this lowest rate, I think it was as low as around $200 here, you know, and it's risen to now being nearly $500, about 467. Again, if you're buying 5 Bitcoins worth, £1,000 worth, you know, and it's rising by times 2, you're making easily, you know, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 on your money just by keeping your money there, just by putting your money in and leaving it, letting it grow, let it do the work for you. You know, that's what I want to see my money do, is actually triple in value, quadruple in value for doing nothing. I just want to check on my portfolio every so often, and I'm actually going to show you a portfolio. This is what investing long term can do for you. You know, this is a portfolio that we built. As you can see here, the cost basis was about 20k pot we put in, and the market value now is 32k. So it's been a 12k increase. Now, if you look here, BTC, £951 profit, Ether £200, Dash 2k, Neo nearly another 2k. It's around, you know, this is really good profit just for leaving your money there. When were these invested? You can see October, September, end of August. So this is really since September. So August, November, December. This is only 3 months. August, November, really. September to November, August, I'll say as well. So really only 3 months, and you're seeing, you know, 7 to 12k profit that we've got here. How do you go about building these portfolios? Long-term investment, you know, buying low, selling high, or leaving it there, buying low and just letting these coins grow. So one thing I'm going to show you is how to know where to buy on these exchanges. As I said, I would, when you click on CoinMarketCap and you actually click on the coin you want to buy on, want to know more about, maybe you've looked into it and know you want to buy it, you just click here on markets and it will show you all of the exchanges that is listed on for you to purchase. So Bitfinex, Gemini, Bittrex, my favorite, you know, and it tells you where you can purchase that particular coin and at what price. If you want to see another coin again, I think we clicked Ethereum last time, didn't we? Let's go to Neo's another favorite. I always pick that one. Let's go to IOTA. It's another cool coin. Really, really good coin. If you go to markets again, it's just going to show you all the exchanges you can buy on. A lot less, obviously, than Bitcoin. It's not as known, Bitfinex, but that's what you want to buy is now. You know, this would be springing to me as something I want to buy now because it hasn't been listed on as many exchanges as Bitcoin yet. So I know when it does get listed on those ones, the price is going to absolutely boom once it becomes more exposure, more accepted in the cryptocurrency market. So that's how you build a portfolio. So those are the two. Long-term strategies, short-term strategies. I'm obviously more siding with long-term, but what you can do is mix the two. So I would be taking some of maybe my profit out of my arbitrage, which is something that we do. Cross-exchange arbitrage, the money I'm getting daily from that, I'll be using to then fund into my long-term strategy to build a portfolio. Again, what I didn't point out, portfolio, you always, this is perfect, I didn't even know this, but 20%, that's really the average you want in Bitcoin. Everyone thinks they want to put all their money in Bitcoin, but for me, 20% of my portfolio I want in Bitcoin, the rest I want alternative coins. Alternative coins are alternative to Bitcoin. As I said, there's 1,320 in the market. Do your research, know which ones to get in early. If you want to know how to stay in contact, next steps, and knowing how can I build a portfolio, how do I know what to buy, one thing you can do is stay in touch with our Telegram group. That is the best way. Telegram groups are amazing. They're free. Download the app, Telegram, and start to get involved in some of these groups that are giving out signals, giving out when to buy, what to buy, how to buy it. You know, Telegram, My Digital Finance. This is our group where we keep in contact with one another. We've also got a paid Telegram group where you can actually be also, I guess, involved in actually seeing signals and knowing when to buy coins. That's MDF signals. The plug will be that below as well. Also stay in touch with us on Instagram at My Digital Finance, where we're posting more news, more content to keep you updated on the market, so you know when to buy coins, you know what's happening in the market. Facebook also at My Digital Finance today. Please do stay in contact. And lastly, I would say is Twitter at Digital Finance 3. Please do stay plugged in. We want to hear from you. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel if you really enjoyed this, if it was beneficial, and keep up the good work. Online courses are out already, so please do, if you want to stay in contact, read a few more of those to keep up with the knowledge. Our ebook, do so also. Love you guys, and see you on the next video.